Good morning, everyone. On the screen, we have our collaborative notes. They're also in the chat for you guys to grab while everyone just finishes coming in. You can either scan the QR code on the screen or I dropped them in the chat. If you came in later and need them in the chat again, just let us know. We'll probably be dropping them periodically in there. If you guys also want to introduce yourselves in the chat, put your name, put your district, and put something you are excited about for this school year. There's a lot of people in here today. Look at everybody. It's so good to see everyone. All right. Excited about growth this year. Excited to collaborate with everyone. We're excited to collaborate with you guys. Working with RMTC. Working with your favorite RMTC friends. Oh, I'm so excited. Excited to see friends again. All right, look, everyone's got the collaborative notes. I am going to get started with our What's New with RMTC. So if you guys don't know me, hi, I'm Sarah Tinty. I'm Deaf Education and Training Specialist with RMTC. I have some of my other friends here. Everyone with the blue background is also RMTC if you have your gallery view open and can see them. But we're going to get started. So as long as everyone gets the collaborative notes, we're just going to kind of go through line by line and talk about all the new things. The first new and exciting thing we have going here at RMTC is we have a new website, or at least our website has a new look. So on the first homepage of our website, this is what it'll look like when you open up. I start with Tech Notes. So the first thing that we've updated here is our new banner page. So this always has our upcoming events, kind of what's going on as you scroll through this. So this is what we're doing right now, what's new with RMTC. So that's one of the events we've got going on. A little bit of an update to this page is just how it works. So before, you would just click on the image that's on the background. But now what we're going to do is there's just a little bar right here that will come up, and this will bring you to the registration of the event. So for example, we clicked on that, and that brought us to the registration for this event. So that's kind of how that works now. Everything that we have upcoming will be on this page. So like we had what's new coming up. Tomorrow we've got another event, which is our topical office hours for literacy evidence-based practices for students who are DHH. Same thing, you guys will just go to this banner right here, click it, and it will bring you to the registration. This is where we'll try and keep all of the things we have upcoming. So a couple of the trainings that we have next week are on here as well. So as new things come about, we'll put them up there. Also some quick and easy things. So like Tech Notes, where I'm sure maybe a lot of you guys got the information for this from. Tech Notes is what's going to have all of our most upcoming trainings. It's going to have all of the new information we're coming out. We are switching Tech Notes a little bit this year. So last year they came out monthly. This year they'll come out about once a quarter, kind of following our TA Live schedule. But if you guys are not subscribed to Tech Notes, this is the best place to click on them, and it'll bring you to get signed up. You can also sign up here for our just-in-time news. And that is a little bit different than Tech Notes. Just in time, right here, you can click right here as well. Just in time kind of is our something that's coming up and we want to let you know, something that's just in time. We want to get it to you guys. So that's where you can subscribe to that as well. So that's just kind of how this new homepage banner has changed. You just have to go in and click right here. Sometimes when you're in mobile view, it pops up down below it. It's just a little bit different depending on how you're looking at the website. The homepage also got a little bit of a facelift. It looks a little bit different. For the most part, got the same information on here. but we've just highlighted some fun new numbers. We've given it a little bit of a fresh look as well. So moving right along here, oops, lost my, moving right along down our collaborative notes. Oh, or not, I lost my collaborative notes. Go back to them. Oh, they're over here. So next thing we're going to head to is our upcoming event. Over here so I can see. Next thing is our upcoming event. So if we could scroll back up to the top, not make anybody sick. We're going to go up to upcoming events, and this will stay on for every page that you're on the website. We'll click here because if you're like, oh, I didn't see something in the homepage banner, or maybe something's a little far off, or you just want a calendar view of what we're doing, this is going to be the place for that. So as we scroll down here, you see we have what's new with RMTC. This is where we're at right now. And then next up, we have our upcoming events. I do want to highlight the upcoming events that we have going on for this back to school sessions. So tomorrow we've got topical office hours for evidence-based literacy interventions for students who are deaf and hard of hearing. For that one, we're going to be talking like Fairview, foundations, finger spelling our way to reading, all of those evidence-based literacy, visual phonics. So with that though, it's not going to be something where we come and do a presentation about those evidence-based literacy interventions. What we're going to do is just kind of have an open topical office hour for you guys to come in and ask your questions, to chat with one another, to brainstorm some ideas. And we've just pulled them out kind of topically for you guys. So that'll be the first one. It'll be the same time as today, tomorrow from 9 to 10. So bring your questions, bring your ideas, anything like that. Then I also wanted to highlight for next week, we've got 2 more topical office hours like we'll have tomorrow. So for our topical office hour on Thursday from 9 to 10, we'll have Living That Itinerant Life. So bring your questions on scheduling, bring your questions on IEPs, bring your questions on how to fit everything in your car. We're going to be talking all of that for Living That Itinerant Life. And then on Friday, we're going to be talking eligibility for students who are DHH and DSI. We'll be discussing that. So bring your IEPs, bring your questions, bring your assessment questions. Anything about eligibility is what we're going to be talking on Friday. Again, these aren't going to be where we come and present to you, but for you guys to come and bring your questions, especially stressing for eligibility. If you guys are bringing IEPs to any of these, just make sure that they are redacted, make sure that they don't have any student information on them. But please feel free to bring them with you and bring in a draft, bring in a current copy, whatever you have that you kind of want to talk through it. That would be a great place to bring it and bring your questions. So we're really excited about those trainings that we have coming up. So I also want to tell you that when we're doing this and we've got upcoming trainings, as you scroll through, you'll be able to go in and find them. So like September, we've got our Coffee with the Contacts coming up. We've got TA Live coming up. So sometimes before we hit a banner on the homepage, we've already got them on the calendar for you guys. So like TA Live has already opened up for registration. That's in our calendar as well. We also soon for October will tentatively have a visual phonics training coming. So we have a little save the date in our collaborative note. The tentative date, we're hoping to get it pushed through. It would be October 6th and October 8th. We're doing it at night for you guys. So it'd be from 4 to 8, which is after school, but it would give you guys an opportunity to get training in visual phonics. We know a lot of people have been asking for it. So it's a little tentative save the date, but once that is posted, you'll see it here on the October calendar, and then we'll get it in the homepage banners as well. Then we also have upcoming FIDA. If you guys like to go to the FIDA conference, and if you're wondering where you would find that sort of information on our website, If you scroll down on our upcoming events, we have visit RMTC at partner events. So I like to say our upcoming events are our parties. These are the parties we run. We're hosting the party, we're throwing the party, but we like to visit other parties, and that is going to be our partner event. So if we click through to our partner event, here is where you'll see FIDA. So the Florida Educators of Students Who Are Deaf and Hard of Hearing Conference. You can click here and this will take you to the FIDA website. Registration is open for FIDA. So if you guys are here and want to go and get registered for the 2026 FIDA conference, they also did move it this year. So FIDA this year is going to be at the Drury Plaza Hotel in Orlando, which is right by Disney Springs. It is a very nice hotel. We love it there. They have like breakfast in the morning, and they even do like a little kickback at night where they serve snacks and such at the hotel. It's really cool. So that is coming up, but that's where you find our information on our website for where we're going to be at. So if there's any other conferences that we'll be attending or going to, you just visit that partners events page and we'll have all of the things that we're going to right now. Right now, we're just going to FIDA. That's all we have right now. Hopping back to our calendar events page real quick. Also, if you wanted like a calendar to keep in your office or another like version of it, you can download a year at a glance calendar. So this is kind of our calendar in spreadsheet form, depending on how you like to look at the calendar. We do also update this as we update the regular calendar. So if you do have it printed, just know that we are always changing it and adding new things, but this is really how we've got all of the different events. In here, we've got our online modules as well. These were some of the events we attended over the summer. So if you caught us at any of those, if you were at any of the BSIS events, we saw you guys there, but these have what's new. This is where we're at now. We've got our topical office hours that were coming up, and these are, again, all clickable links for you guys to register, so you guys are able to get into those. Our online modules are in here as well. Also some fun National Audiology Awareness Month and things like that are all in our calendar. Our tentative visual phonic. So if you're kind of wondering a more long year out calendar, all of our TA Lives are in here, is how you get to those. And then speaking of TA Live, I want to show you how to get there. You can get there from, again, our calendar of events and register for each one. So this is our first TA Live that we've got going on. You can come this way and it'll bring you to the page, but I want to show you how to get there from the website. So I'm going to go back to the home page just kind of to reorient you, but you can do this from every page. So you're going to come up to trainings and you go all the way down to TA Live. And once we're in here, this is our TA Lives that we're holding this year. So this year, our TA Live focus is going to be writing high quality IEPs for students who are DHH. So that's kind of the theme for the whole year for TA Live. TA Lives, we're also going to be doing them a little bit differently this year. So last year, we were very fortunate to have a lot of guest presenters come in. We had Jordan from the Debbie School come in. We had Elise from Clark come in. We had a couple people from FSDB. We had our very own now retired Mark Keith come and present for us. So that was kind of what we did last year. This year, we're changing the focus and kind of changing how we do it as well. So we're not going to have it monthly. This year, we're going to do it quarterly. And in those quarterly sessions, I just want to point you out to right here. We're going to be doing some focused instruction first. So the first 30 minutes, we are going to have presentation style for you guys, showing you kind of the background, the qualityness of those IEPs, dependent on the theme of the month. So here's our themes we've got going on. So the foundation of quality IEPs, which will be the first one, 30 minutes. Focused instruction for you guys. And then the last 30 minutes, we will stop recording the webinar that we're hosting, and we're just going to do a Q&A and a live technical assistance with your IEP. So bring your IEPs with you. Kind of again, how I talked in those topical office hours. You just want to make sure that the IEPs that we're bringing are redacted, that they don't have any student identifiable information on them. And you can bring like a live IEP that's active right now. You can bring a draft IEP. It doesn't matter. But just bring something so that as we're going through, you're able to like mark it up and you're able to write yourself notes on it, and bring your questions as well. So these are the dates for those. Again, it's going to be quarterly. What is also different from last year is we've separated the registration. So before last year, you could click on one link and just click, 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 all the ones you want to go to. This time we separated a little bit, because sometimes, like me included, I would forget, oh my gosh, I registered for a TA Live in April, in August. I don't remember that. So we've just kind of separated the registrations for you guys so that kind of closer to the, we'll send out an email and remind you to get registered. So that's just a little bit different from last year. It helps us gauge how many interpreters we need and stuff like that. And those will again happen at the same time as before. So they'll be on a Wednesday from 2 to 3. So all of these dates here are a Wednesday, and all of these will be happening from 2 to 3 Eastern time. And then if you're wondering, you're like, wow, those TA Live sessions that you talked about last year, I missed them and they sound so cool. No worries, we did record them for you and they are here on our website. So these are our TA Live events from the last couple of years. So if you're specifically looking for the guest presenters that we had last year, that's going to be this one right here, the 2025-2026 TA Live. And this will bring you to all of the recorded sessions. They're captioned, they're interpreted, every single one. So you guys have full access to those. You're all of our amazing guest presenters that we had come last year. They were phenomenal. So definitely go back and watch those if you weren't able to catch them last year. And we also have the high leverage practices, so the HLPs, those ones are in here. And we did this for a couple of years. Candace did a lot of hard work and made these beautiful videos for you guys. So if you click on these, this will take you to all of those HLP videos. There are 22 HLPs. There's a lot. Candace put in a lot of work, but these are really nice. They're bite-sized. They're only a couple of minutes long. They're connected to all of those high leverage practices, and they're really, really cute. Also interpreted and captioned for that full access for you guys. So all 22 HLPs are in here. And then the last one that we have on here is our optimizing outcomes. So these are really great. These are a little bit more lengthy. They're about an hour long, kind of like our TA Lives for last year. But we also have all of the principles of the optimizing outcomes as well in here. All right, so that's TA Live. We hope you guys will get registered for it. And if you did sign up for those tech notes come in right before the TA Lives come out. Oh, and there's one more thing I wanted to point out. For the optimizing outcomes, we do have those videos that you guys are able to watch, but very, very soon we are currently in the process of making response journals and a facilitator guide for that. So if you're working in your district and you're trying to run like a PLC, or you guys are running some inner trainings together, or you're just looking for yourself to really up your game, we're going to be coming out with that very, very soon. We're in the process of finalizing it and making it very pretty for you guys so that it's easy to use and you guys are able to facilitate some trainings within your districts. So that's for TA Live. And then we've got some even older TA Lives down here if you want to go peruse through those as well. They're all still relevant. There's a lot of good information in them. So that is our TA Live. We're very excited for TA Live this year. You guys have been asking for IEP support, so we're definitely going to be doing that. We've broken it down, and you don't have to come to all of them. It's not like if you miss Foundation of Quality IEPs, you can't come to Writing Strong Present Level. You can mix and match. You can come whenever. Even if you miss Foundations and you're like, wow, I really wanted to attend that, we are going to be recording the first 30 minutes of our presentation. We just won't be recording that last live technical assistance. That way we can have some like really good conversations with you guys without blasting it to the world on our website. So that is TA Live. We're very, very excited for it. All right, the next thing I want to point out is if you're like, wow, TA Live is great. I've already seen all of them, or I'm just looking for more. I'm going to head back to our homepage just to reorient our brains again, because I want to bring you guys to our online courses. So I'm going to go over here to the training tab. I'm going to go to online virtual opportunities, and there's like 18 different ways to get to stuff on our websites, but this is the way I'm going to take you. We're going to go to online courses, click in here. And this is going to bring you to our online courses page. So these are our Bees portal courses where we have in the Bees portal that we've helped create and we've got in there for you guys. You can get some suggested in-service points for these, but you do have to register through the Bees portal courses. But these are really great. So DefEd Express, I love this one, especially for your gen ed teachers that now have a deaf kid in their class or hard of hearing student in their class. This is where they're going to be able to go. Kind of gives them a really good blanket of information, kind of like, I like to say, oh my goodness, I have a student who is deaf or hard of hearing in my class. Now what? Now what this? This will really give you that background information and that good overview. It's also really good for administrators. It's even good for new teachers of the deaf. Basically, anybody who is working with our students who are deaf and hard of hearing, DefEd Express is going to be the best course for them to go in and take, and you can get some points. We also have the language reading connections, the LRC DHH. And this is going to give you some of those literacy background for our students who are deaf and hard of hearing. This is a really great one for especially our teachers of the deaf that are really looking in for some more literacy skills and all of that reading background. This is a really great one as well. And this one you can get up to 10 points and they can be eligible for ASHA CEUs as well. Again, this is also a Bees portal course. These are all Bees portal courses. And then the last one is Usher syndrome screening, which really gives you the method for doing that Usher syndrome screening. This is really great, especially because the new rule, we are now checking twice. So one between kindergarten and 5th grade and once in 6th to 12th grade. So now that we're doing them more, if you're like, oh my goodness, I've never had to do Usher screenings till now, or I just need a little bit of a refresher, this is a really great course to take. And a lot of times Ushers is easier to do with 2 people. So if you have someone that you want helping you out doing the Usher syndrome screening, it's really great for them to be able to take this course. I took it when I was back a baby teacher. I was like, I have to do a what? I don't know how to do that. So this was a really great course to be able to take, to be able to go in and figure out those Usher screenings. So these are our Bees portal courses, and this one you can get up to 5 in-service points. So these you do have to, we've got the registration button on them. It'll take you over to the Bees portal where you guys are able to get registered for those. And so we talked about the TA Live videos, but I also just wanted to point you guys over to our whole video library. I'm going to head back to our homepage. And our video library, again, it's one of those pages where you can get to from multiple places, but we made it pretty easy for you guys, and we put the button right up here at the top. So the very, very top is our video library. Here's where you can find all of the videos. So our What's New video today is going to be in there. Our TA Live videos that are coming up are going to be in here. Our past TA Live videos are in here. So this is kind of everything that we've got. So this is the TA Lives from last year, those HLPs again, those optimizing outcomes again. We also have some other stuff in here. So our teacher spotlight, this is a great one too. If you guys know a teacher that's doing some really cool stuff in your district or in a neighboring district, or just a friend that you know, or you're doing really cool stuff in your classroom, let us know. We love to do teacher spotlights on you guys. And really anything that you're doing too, if you're doing something cool, we want to know about it. We want to put it on the website. We want to highlight it. Very recently, we just highlighted Danny Turner's using Gemini Storybook, which was really cool. If you guys have not seen that one, it's brand new on our website. Check it out. She's doing some really cool stuff out in her district with some of those AI tools. Gemini Storybook is a really cool one too. If you guys have not dove into it yet, she does a really great teacher spotlight. So definitely let us know, nominate a teacher. We really want to beef up our teacher spotlight here. So contact us. We would love to have some new teacher spotlights in here. Going back to the video library, I just get so excited about teacher spotlight. So we've also got tutorials in here. What we have in here now. We'll be doing, not this one. We are not doing this loan library. We're making a new one coming up. But how to caption in YouTube is on here. And then this was a really cool presentation that Candace and Sherry did, which was bring your own device, which is a really cool presentation on kind of the devices and cool tech that we're using with our students who are deaf and hard of hearing on our phones, on our Chromebooks, on our laptop. It was a really cool presentation. I'm not going to give it all away because you should really go watch it because it was really, really good. And it's pretty short as well. It's not that long, but it's got some really cool tech tools in there. Back to the video library, we've also got the top 10 bilingual strategies is in here. We did this in collaboration with FSDB. And then we also have YouTube and Vimeo channels as well, that if you guys just want to go scroll through and look for some videos, we've got things in there as well. All right, so that is the video library. We got some new stuff because we had all our TA lives added from last year. So the last thing that I want to point you guys to our website this year, and this is something that every year on our survey, you guys always say, oh my goodness, I did not know that you had that. So I'm going to go back to our homepage. And that's going to be our contact us. So we have our contact us button up here. If you ever see another contact us, like I think I have another one down here, this is going to take you to our bookable calendar. So I'm going to click on the button up here. I've even changed it this year. I've made it bold. I've made it blue. I want to make sure you could see it because this is where you can book a time with us. So this is our contact us page, our bookable calendars. So here you'll see all of us. We have our wonderful director, Carmelina. She's here. And then you've got Sherry and Candace and myself. And you'll see that all of us have our own bookable calendars. So if you want to book a time with Sherry specifically, you're like, Sherry's my girl. I want to talk to Sherry. You can click here and book a time with Sherry. And you can pick now. We have options. So are you looking for coaching? Coaching is going to be a regularly scheduled session. So this is going to be continual. Once you set up your first session, then you'll continue through and book out the rest of your times if you want to meet weekly, monthly, quarterly, what have you. If you're looking for a quick 30-minute technical assistance, it's going to be this one. And if you're looking for a longer technical assistance, like 45 minutes, it will be this one. We all have our own bookable times. Sherry does, Candace does, I do, Carmelina does. All of us have this on ours. But if you're really like, listen, I don't even care who I talk to. I just need to talk to someone. Someone answer my question because sometimes we're busy. Sherry is often booked out till like December. She's a busy lady. So if you're like, man, I just need to talk to someone, look at that. Someone is available to talk to you tomorrow on Friday. So this will just book us with anyone. So you don't get to pick who you talk to. You'll just get any one of our specialists at any of these times, and it will just pull one of us into the meeting. So if you're just like, I need a question answered now, I don't care who answers it, this is going to be your spot. We just have it again down here, kind of whatever you need. And if you're like, I really don't want to talk to you, I don't like doing Zoom meetings, here you can do a service request form, and this one will email you back unless you request something else. But this is another way to contact us, what you're needing. You can submit what kind of service you are needing, what you're requesting. So that's another way to get a hold of us as well, is to fill out this form on our website. And then if you're like, I don't want to fill out your form and I don't want to join you in Zoom, I just want to write you an email, and you don't care who you're emailing, here you can email us here at the bottom, info@rmtc, and one of us will get to it and respond to you. So that's another really good spot to contact us. So yeah, so this is our contact us page. You can book a time on our calendar. You also have our emails for each one of us as well, along with our bookable calendars. Um, this year, we're really wanting to do some coaching. So we really wanted to stress that to you guys this year is the coaching that we have. So we can coach really on anything as well. So whether it's evidence-based literacy interventions, whether you want coaching on your IEPs, the development, the implementation, progress monitoring, if you are a new teacher of the deaf and you are like, wow, I could just really use some support, like it'd be really nice for me to have a meeting once a month to just bring all my questions and kind of brain dump them on you. That is what coaching is going to be great for. And literally anything else. So even if you're like, I'm a seasoned TOD, but maybe you have a couple new students that you're struggling with the implementation of their IEP or some policies and procedures changed, and you know that you're going to need kind of continual coaching with that, this is where that coaching is going to come in. Um, and on top of that, like we are not the knowers of all the knowledge, but we are really good at finding the knowledge. So if you have something that you're like, oh, I really don't know, and we don't know, we say, you know what, we're going to get back to you. So we will go out and meld the minds together and figure out a solution or try and find the answer for you. And whether we follow it back up on our next coaching session or we shoot you a quick email with that follow up, that's kind of how that coaching will work. But yes, this is our bookable calendars. And again, that is this contact us button up here. Just click it and schedule a time on one of our calendars. I did show you, but you can, when you book a time, you go in here, and then after you select one, it will bring you to the calendar. So this calendar will pop up. As I told you, Sherry has no availability ever. But these are just the couple of availabilities that she has on her calendar. And this kind of gives you a breakdown of what we do and all that jazz. So that is our bookable calendars. Book a time with us. We would love to do some coaching with you guys. We know it's kind of hard to get out and come to training, so let us come to you. Let us Zoom with you at your convenient time. Just let us know. All right, well, that is all of the new updates for our actual website. So I'm going to head back to the homepage just to reorient our brain. And the next thing I want to talk about is our media materials loan library. So up here, we've got a button right at the top of the web page that will bring you straight to our media materials loan library page. And here in our loan library page, you can scroll down, and then we're going to go over to the media materials loan library. And this is our brand new loan library. So you'll see it looks a little bit different than it did before. Also, I want to let you know that everyone that used to have a loan library account will need to re-register for the new loan library. So everyone's going to have to go in and make new registrations. After you register, one of us does have to go in and approve you. So after you guys do that, we'll then go in and get an approval. You'll get an email that you have been approved, and then you have access to the loan library. I do want to stress with the loan library that loan library is for individuals serving students in Florida. So we can only ship materials out in Florida. We can only ship them to those working with students who are deaf and hard of hearing. So that is just going to be the little caveat to that. We are bound to the state of Florida in the shipping of our things. But I'm going to go ahead and get signed in to show you guys how the new loan library works, because it's a little bit different than it was before. I'm going to switch my emails here. This is my little tester email. So my name is Testy Test up at the top. But this is what you guys will see on your screen once you are approved and you are into the loan library. So I just want to walk you through the steps on how to check things out, because it is different this year than it was previously before. So I'm going to go into the loan library first. We'll talk about the own library in a minute. But the loan library, the way that orders get shipped to you and the way you ship them back is still the same. we are going to still be using FedEx. So if you've used things out of our loan library before, the process is the same. So I'm going to go down here. I'm going to scroll down. A couple of new things we have in here is we can switch and you can kind of look by resource. So if you're like, oh, I'm really looking for, the loan library is brand new and it's still in a little bit of a work in progress. So let's switch to book. I know we have books. All right. So we are also in the process of adding photos to everything so you guys can see what those books look like. But you're able to scroll through and kind of see what we've got going on, see how many copies we have. So if I want to go, oh, I really want listening intermediate grades 3 to 5. Oh, I really want to borrow this book. I'm going to add it to my queue. All right, successfully added item to your queue. So now that this book is in my queue, I can go back up and I can go to my loan library queue. So here in my queue, I can see, oh, that is the book I wanted to check out. And let's say, oh, you know what? I wanted to check out 2 books actually. I'm going to go right back up here to this loan library button. This button up here will always take you back to the previous page that you were on. And oh, I also really want the DVD for 1,000 Words to Sign an ASL. Also going to add that to Mixed With You. Click. Now I'm going to go back up to my loan library queue because nothing is checked out yet. We're kind of putting it in our cart, kind of like on Amazon. Everything is in our cart. We have not ordered it yet, but it's in our cart. So here's our queue or our cart. And here I can select what I want. So I can click this. Yep, I want 1,000 words and I want 100% listening intermediate. And then I'm going to select my location. We have Candace in here as our location right now. I'll go ahead and change that. But you can add your shipping location. All we ask is that you do use a school address. We do end up with smaller shipping fees and such if it goes to your school. And it's a little bit easier for us to get your things. So you can put in your address. We'll put in, let's put in just, this is just FSDB. Because I want to ship it there. I'm going to click save. And now I can select, I can select FSDB and I can hit submit. So now I have nothing pending. I do have these items processing. So now they've moved down to my processing. So I know, and I can see the status that they're in. So they're ready for processing, which means that we have received it. We are working on it. We are going to our library. We're pulling them off the shelf. We're getting them packed up. Once we get it sent to you, your shipping status will change here. It won't say ready to process. It will say shipped or processed, or I don't remember what the exact word is, but you'll be able to see that there. And then after, if you want to go see your history, so, oh, what have I ordered before? You can go here to your loan library history. So these are the things. I can also see the status. They are ready for processing. And then anything else that I would have ordered from here will show up here as well. So that is the loan library. Yeah. So this is where you can kind of track and see what's overdue, when did you check it out, what the status is. All of that is going to be here in your loan library history. All right, so that's how we order from the loan library. Those are kind of the new things to it. We pulled everything over. So once you guys are registered, go in, see. It's really cool. We put a lot of good work into it. But now, oh, also we have a what's new button, which is also a little bit new. We have nothing in there right now, but we actually have a whole shelf of books at our loan library that we have to put in, that we just ordered that are brand new. After we get those in, those will be here in our what's new section. So you'll be able to see if there's anything that we've added recently. You'll be able to click that what's new button and see what we've added recently. I'm going to go back to my dashboard though, because in the loan library, we now have our own library, which is totally new for this year, totally new to RMTC. We've not done this before. So right now in the loan library, we have all of our downloadable documents from our website. So all of our downloadable documents here, we now have in the own library. And the difference between the own library and the loan library is that in the own library, these are for you to keep. You do not need to send it back. You do not have to ship anything back to us. These are for you to keep. So, for example, you have the beginning of the school year coming up, and you want to share the assessment tools for students who are deaf and hard of hearing. This is a really great resource document that we have. And let's say you're like, wow, I would love to give one of these. I am a DHH contact. I would love to give this document to all of my teachers. So what you'll do is you're going to add to queue, just like we did before. Now it's in my queue. Also, if you wanted to check what this was, because this is so tiny, we have all of the files linked here as well. So this will bring you to the PDF file of the document so you can see what it is first, or you could just download the digital copy from there. If you're like, oh, I actually don't want a printed copy, I want a digital copy, you can always grab that from there as well, or from our resources on our website from our downloadable document. But let's say you look at this and you are like, oh my goodness, it would be lovely for me to give this to all 10 of my teachers. I'm going to go back to the own library. So we already added it to our queue. I'm going to go up and you'll see we have an own queue as well. Just like you did the loan queue, now you have the own queue because these are separate shippings because you're not going to need to return these. So I'm going to go to my own queue. Oh, look, I have a bunch of stuff in here. Oh, look, I've added assessment tools for students twice. I'm going to cancel one of those. Don't need to. So let's say I have 10 teachers that I want to give this out to. I'm going to select 10. And let's say, oh, the captioning consideration guide. I love this document. I would love to give this to all of my DHH teachers and every single teacher that has a student who is deaf or hard of hearing. And let's say I have 75 teachers. Now you can do up to 100 is where our quantities max out. But let's say I want 75 of these. You'll select 75 in your quantity. And now what we're going to do is we are going to print 10 copies of assessment tools and 75 copies of the captioning considerations guide and pack these up and ship these to you guys. So again, we're going to ship our shipping location. We're going to select FSDB because that's where I want all of my stuff to go to. And I'm going to click submit. Whoop. Oh, and I have to select them first. My bad. Also, what I can do too here, actually, I'm glad it did that. Let's say I want my assessment tools to go to our office. I want this to go to the main district office. I can select, let's say Candace is our main district office. I want all 10 of these copies to go to Candace at the main district office. I can submit that. And then I still have my copies of my captioning consideration guide. I want 75 of them. I'm going to select them again. And then I want these to go to a different school location. I don't want those going to our district office of Candace. I want those going to our elementary school, which in this instance is going to be FSDB. So I'm going to send 75 of those to the elementary school. Submit. So I can even have 2 different requests go to 2 different places just based on how I check them off. So if you have different locations you want things to go to, if you're working with a specific student and you want that specific resource to go somewhere, you can do that as well. You can also do that in the own library. Or in the loan library. So the loan library and the own library, you can select different locations for these to go to. And then we can go back out to our own catalog and we can see our own history where we can see anything in here that I wanted. Yep, anything that I sent to Candace, all. So this will then show you your history of things that you sent them to. And that is the own library. That is the own library and the loan library. As we add new things to the own library too, they're going to be in this What's New. Right now, there's nothing in there. But very, very soon, we are going to have 3D printed materials also in the own library. So if you have ever attended the Deaf Plus training that we have put on, you know that you got little 3D printed cochleas, you got 3D printed ears, 3D printed battery holders, 3D printed hearing aids, 3D printed bahas. We 3D printed all of those materials for you guys. Soon, very, very soon, as I print more, we will be putting those in the own library for you guys to order as extras up. Because we know we only gave you one at the training, but you're like, I definitely need more than one. We'll have those in there for you as well. So as I get the 3D printers warmed up and out printing extra stuff, those will soon be coming in there into the What's New section. So definitely keep an eye on that. If we have a new document that we've created and put it in our downloadable documents, we'll put that in the What's New. So as things come in, that is where you will find them. And that is it, you guys. That is the own library, the loan library, and our new website. I'm actually going to head back to our website real quick just to show you where those downloadable documents are. That I showed you in the own library, all of the documents you can print. So if you go over to our resources tab here on our website, this is where we have all of our great and amazing pages and resources. We'd be here for like 7 hours if I went through every single one of them. We've got our FAQs. You can also get to the loan library from here, our online courses from here, all of those things that we talked about. Jane, scroll through here, don't get dizzy. Down at the bottom is going to be our downloadable document. So this is a list of all those documents. All of these documents live in that own library where you guys are able to request them to be printed. So anything that you see here, you will see in the own library for you to be able to request and get printed. A real popular one, especially, would be like how to turn on the captions in Google Slide and PowerPoint. If you want to give these to one of all your students' teachers, you can request these. This is a really good one to hand out, or you can even click on it, download the digital copy, and email it to everyone if you are like me and don't want anything printed. I like my stuff digital, but we have the option for you guys to have them printed now as well. And that is it. I do believe we have coming into the chat a evaluation for you guys to complete. Hopefully my friends have put that in the chat somewhere. I've seemingly lost my chat. Oh, there it is. So in the chat, we are dropping in a link to the evaluations. My super amazing friends are working on it. Please, please, please fill that out for us so we know what you guys would like to see. If you liked this, if you didn't like this, what else would you like to see like this? We would love to have all of your feedback. Also, at this point, if anybody has any questions, if you have any questions, you can turn on your camera and raise your hand, and we can spotlight you guys, or you can drop a question in the chat if you have anything else. Candace just threw that evaluation code in the chat for you guys to go and do. And after you completed your evaluation, you are free to go. That's all we have for you guys today, unless anybody has any questions. Thanks everyone for coming. I'm so glad you loved the update. We're very, very excited